Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to another brief live. I am your host, Dara Adams, and I am founder of Made for More. Excited about this episode today. Of course, Real Talk, Real Results Power Play series with people that I know, people that I built relationships with. And today I have my fellow colleague, right? We're entrepreneurs, but I always wanted to use the words colleague. I have a colleague, sister and friend, Danielle. Portis. So since this brief is brief, I'm going to let you go ahead, jump in, tell us all the things that you are about and why we should know who you are.
Okay, so I'm Danielle Portis. I'm a mental health therapist. I am an author, a recovery coach. I'm the founder of Rose Gold Crowns. So, what Rose Gold Crowns is, we provide therapy, life coaching, and I call it tribe centered community, tribe centered events for leaders who are needing to thrive personally in their professional lives.
I love that. So, yes, Danielle has personally helped me thrive in my life. I have been corrected and comforted. Sometimes I'll call her and be like, "Am I crazy for this?" And she's like, "No," but so I love that about her. Her honesty, her authentic approach to what it is that she does. Danielle does not have to yell. Danielle does not have to be loud. Danielle does not have to bum rush a room. Her presence says it all, and she's extremely successful at just holding and hosting community. She's one of the few people that I've seen built a tribe from ground up, but not only that, she shows up every day. Like that's the hard part for a community is showing up every day. So that shows me that she was built for this and she was made for this and more. So straight into a question. One of the questions that I asked you was like, what is one of the things that are near dear to your heart? And you said, wellness practices so that people don't become ill. And I'm
Mhm.
like, ill. People don't typically use ill. You say like sick. You say words like that. So I went and did my research and just learning the difference that like ill means generally for like long term or serious health conditions, while sick can be something that's temporary or short.
Mhm.
And it's such a profound way to look at illness, mental illness, physical illness. And I don't think people realize that the small times that they live in sickness contributes to long-term illness. Can you speak
Mhm.
about just what that means to you and what you're doing in your realm of impact to make sure that people don't reach the place of illness?
Yeah, so one of the things that always stands out to me when I'm in any room with, whether it's with, I was about to say regular people, but with people, with other therapists or people in the mental health field, is a lot of time we focus on mental illness. But what if we focus on mental wellness and do things to put things in place where people could grow and thrive in their everyday actions, seeing how they're able to take control of their own lives. Because I think sometimes people feel like, oh, I just stumbled across this illness or this just happened to me.
Yeah.
And not recognizing, like you said, sickness contributes to the actual illness, but some people don't even know they're sick or they're
Mm.
minimizing the sickness, like, oh, it's just a little cold, or it's just a sad day, or it's just a bad day, or this is just a bad time in my life, or I'm down and out, but not recognizing, no, I have the power to change myself. I have the power to change my thought. I have the power to change my feelings. I have the power to change my behaviors and not allow it to fester into an actual illness that can impact everything else. And so when it comes to my line of work and working with people, entrepreneurs, people in leadership, is you don't want your personal life to be able to impact your professional life. A lot of times leaders feel like, oh, I just gotta hold it all together. I got a staff behind me. I have a company to run. I have a tribe looking at me to be the leader. I have all these people looking at me to have it all together. I have to be perfect, and whole time they're sick.
Yeah. Yeah. So how does one like identify like okay, this may be something that I guess goes deeper than the surface, right? And then how do they even identify like this is not something that's like, oh, because I got a bad attitude. This may be something that's generational. This may be something that needs to be diagnosed. Like, how does one? process, assess, reach out, start like that journey into getting help to even just formulate, okay, what am I actually experiencing?
I would say the first thing is listening, being mindful of what's around you. If multiple people are saying that this is a challenge, if you're
Mm,
experiencing something that is not being not yielding you favorable results in multiple areas of your life, whether you're trying to get something conveyed to your team at work, or you're trying to get your family to follow instructions, or
that's
to
good.
build relationship. If you're having challenges in multiple areas of your life, if people are saying things like listen,
That's
and it
good.
may not necessarily be something that you're doing wrong versus something that they're receiving wrong, but sometimes you have to change the message based on the receiver. And so
Mm-hmm.
if you're continuing to do things that you know is not yielding you favorable results, but you continue to do it, you might
Yeah.
as well call that an addiction.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Because I didn't expect that one.
And so it's like we think about like sickness, but I'm not talking about sickness as like a cold, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we can be sick in behavior, we could be sick in attitude, we could be
Oh
sick
my
in
God.
habits.
And that's an addiction. Like staying that way without addressing it becomes an addiction. You're
Saying
addicted to.
this is who I am.
Oh my God. We just need to be quiet for 15 minutes.
What they see is what they get. This is just how I am.
Oh. And that, bringing it even to like spiritual language, it's idolizing what you're experiencing. Like you're making what you're experiencing your God. And as long as you can feel it and worship it and control it, you feel like it's okay to, and don't have mama daddy issues on top of that.
But what do we call continuing to do the same thing and expecting something different?
Psychotic
Insanity.
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 I done lost your mind. That's what our parents was talking about when they said you done lost your mind. Oh my God. Being a leader and being neurodivergent, which I feel like I'm growing out of it. I understand that there's like an undertone there, but I no longer really like um walk at with my label, because one, I didn't want to idolize it. I feel
Mhm,
like I was using it as an excuse for every single thing that I feel like I failed at. Every single person that I walked over or missed out on, I was like, oh, my ADHD. Oh, girl,
mhm,
I be for, and I'm like, you know what? It's my time to take control of what it is that I'm experiencing, because it is affecting not only just people, but the people who are intentionally supposed to be learning
mhm.
from me. So with leaders in the marketplace, leaders in ministry, leaders in corporate jobs, like what do you say to them about their mental health and what's necessary for them to be able to lead their team? Like how do you can you expound on that?
Yeah,
Like what they need
one
to do?
one sorry to cut you off,
Oh
but
no, you're good.
one is transparency. Share.
Mm.
This is something that I'm challenged with, and how that may look as I lead.
Mhm.
Second thing is allowing yourself to not be perfect, which I think that probably precedes transparency. You don't have to be perfect to be a leader.
That's good.
There was a road to leadership that you were on that wasn't always perfect.
Mhm.
Never got to be perfect if we're being honest. And so being able to be honest to say I'm flawed and this is something that I experienced. So the third thing is being able to share, these are some accommodations that I may need. So I have ADHD as well. I tell my team, if you didn't see me write it down,
If it
you
ain't
got
on
to
that
make a
calendar, I ain't coming.
mistake. If it ain't on the calendar, I'm not coming. I don't care if you need 10 minutes, put it on my calendar.
Hold me
Um,
accountable. Hold
hold
me
me hold
accountable.
me accountable, follow up. I need meetings, I need check-ins, and it may not even be, um it may not even need to be a full hour. but like making it routine to say
Yeah.
every Wednesday we check in, even if it's just 2 minutes to say, hey, nothing's going on right now. We can keep it moving. But
Yeah.
routine is needed, right? And so
Yeah.
being able to know yourself, having that self awareness and being able to ask what you want and being comfortable to do so allows your team to be able to be led, and also makes them feel comfortable to share their shortcomings. It may not be a um a mental challenge or a behavioral challenge that they may have, but they may have something going on at home or
Mhm.
something going on with their children, or they need to feel comfortable. If they think that you believe that someone has to be perfect in order to be okay, they'll believe they have to show up as perfect to you as well.
Yeah, that's so good because even with my team that I just developed, I was like, okay, Lord, I'm not gonna fail these people this time. I'm not gonna abruptly dip up out of here when it becomes like overwhelming. And in my transparency, I said, hey, I'm neurodivergent, one. But I said also I work better with my mind, my brain, my strategy if we can do co-working meetings. Which
Mhm.
means we get on this meeting for 2 hours and we work in real time to get stuff done. And now, if we have to do follow up, it's more of a short circuit than doing long, follow-ups. And that has worked. That
Mhm.
has worked. I've been able to pay my team members real time and feel good about the investment. Like I feel good about saying, we did
See?
y'all getting paid today. We did some work, did some lunch and same
Mhm.
day pay. So I love that. So to get into wellness, like wellness, there's like it's a long, like it could be so vague, so broad. So let us know, like, what are the different types of ways that we can tap into wellness?
Um, are you saying areas or ways? Like,
I would say whichever one resonates with you first.
so I'll say, and I guess my challenge with it is when I think about mental health, I think that that's relative. So
Mm.
I always say, when I'm working with clients, value based wellness. What do you value?
Hmm.
Because if I say, like, for me personally, um, my mental health is impacted if my financial health is off.
That's good. Yeah.
So if I'm not financially
Yeah.
well, you'll see a different side, right? And so it's, but someone who may say, well, I don't care about money, money isn't important to me, like we won't be having the same conversation or the same lens of what wellness is. So I always say, first, let's identify what's important to you, and then
That's
let's
so good.
establish practices and routines based on those things that can be your tracker. So
Yeah.
if it's family, are you spending time with them? Do you know how they're doing? Um,
Mm.
is there individual time with them? Friends, do you know how they're doing? Have you called them? Are they phone people? Are they text people? Like knowing your people. If it's spiritual wellness, are you practicing? Are you in community? Like what does that look like to you? And so
Yeah.
it's really relative. I can't really say what wellness looks like for each individual, but I will say identify what's important to you and make sure that you have things in place to actually have something to say at the end of today's April 30th. So at the end of May, you need to be able to say these things are important to me, and in May I did this for myself.
Yeah. That's so good, because like you said, it allows people to find themselves. I think sometimes people can think wellness just means yoga and green juice,
Hmm.
and strolling down LA, soaking up the sun, when wellness can just be exactly the things that you want to do and doing those
Hmm.
things consistently and sticking to your boundaries when you set yourself up to do this because this is what you love, but somebody else says, do something to support me. You have to decide. Now, not to say that you can't be flexible, but you
Hmm.
have to decide what matters to you and what allows you to be optimal at
Hmm.
all times. We need people to be optimal
Yes.
at all times so they can
Yes.
be successful at what they're doing. So that,
And
yeah,
and prioritizing self doesn't mean neglect of everybody else.
yeah. It just means
Like
me
it,
first, and then I'll see how I
how
can
you can fit in
maneuver
here.
and stretch. And that's where the stretching comes from. Like me shouldn't be hard.
Right.
The relationship can be, but me, I should do me well. Yeah,
And so
that
many people are like, I don't have time for that. Like me, like why when do I fit me in? It's all of these things, but we can't be optimal for everyone else, not long term. It's not sustainable to put everybody first continuously and then think that we can last on whatever films we started on.
yeah, because then you're producing a sickness, and that leads to a illness like being brokenhearted,
And burnt out.
burnt out, traumatized. Now you're like, I don't know why I'm feeling all of these feels, and it's
And
like,
resentment.
yeah, resent. That's a huge one.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh my God, that is so good. So I know you have this event coming up, this wellness
Hmm.
experience that you have coming up. Tell us about it.
So the Healing Point Retreat is going to be a day of, I call it collective rest. So there will be sound bath meditation. It's not going to be like a conference or where it's like heavily poured with information, but actually a day of meditation, rest, exercise, actually teaching and implementing grounding techniques. So they'll be in practice. So it won't be just saying like, oh, this is something that you can do to relieve your anxiety. We're actually going to be doing the things so that people can be equipped outside of the actual retreat. All of the materials are included. So you'll leave with a yoga mat, pillow, eye mask, stress balls, all of the things that we'll be sharing throughout the day to help you relax within your own home. You'll have the materials to take home with you. So all of those things plus brunch is included.
Love it. You always got a good little real well-rounded situation going on there.
I love it because I create for me.
Man, and that food, it be food, y'all. It be not no little carrots and ranch. It be food. So bless we bless God for that. So let us know how we can connect with you. How can we connect with Rose Gold? How can we book a well? You got wellness sessions, some one-on-ones going on here. How can we do
Yes.
this?
So I have the best way to find me is Instagram. So Rose Gold Danny, RoseGoldDani. The link in bio has my email list. It has the link to my free Facebook group, Crown Conversations. It has the link to um, my to book a therapy consultation and a life coaching consultation. I also do lifestyle audits. So if you are feeling like stuck and just want to create a well-rounded life for yourself, I audit what you have going on now, where you want to be, and then help you to create an actual wellness plan based on your values and what
Oh, I love
applies to
that.
you. So, yeah, Rose Gold Danny, Rose Gold Crowns on Instagram as well, Danielle Portis on Facebook.
I love that. Well, y'all, she gave you a solution. She will work with you to create your own wellness plan based on your values, based on what you want to do, based on what's going to allow you to be optimal. Thank you so much, Danielle, for joining us for this brief live. I'm so
Thank you
excited
for
for all of
having
the
me.
things you are doing. And I hope that we can continue to connect and help anybody and everybody become more
Absolutely.
well.